So yeah, man, it's Worldwide Sounds Records own DJ Chase, man, the host of the Pregame Party Miss podcast on 18 podcast networks now. YouTube, DJ Chase TV, Dynasty Radio, Monday nights, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Coffee Goat Radio is on the podcast. It's syndicated on there, man. But we got the one, the only, I'm gonna say it right. Just Des, right?
Yes, Just Des. That's definitely it.
Got it,
Hey,
got
what's
it,
up?
got it,
It's the
got it.
tribe, baby.
What's good? What's good?
Yes.
All right. First and foremost,
We chilling.
how it's a beautiful day outside. The weather's holding up.
Yes.
It's not like 12
Mhm.
degrees outside. First and foremost, thank you for coming on the podcast.
No
I don't try
problem.
to have
Anytime.
one thing. I know we speak off air and off record, but I know a lot of times
Mm.
people think that I'm not money hungry. So it's never about the money with the artists. I always try to get artists that are very like eclectic, very have something to say, have something, a purpose of what they do. It doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying, with my podcast. And first and foremost, you're from New York City. Well, you're a Baltimore affiliate, a New York representative. How do you like both? Do you like Baltimore better? You like New York better? Let's start with that.
I mean, New York is home.
New York is home.
Yeah, New York is home, and I'm a New Yorker, like really at heart. I'm still the random in Baltimore that like will walk around the neighborhood at approximately like 3:57 in the morning, freestyling my ass off or dancing, and everyone is knocked out. It's me, the deer, and the raccoon. So,
Copy. Nah, and
mm,
but you know what's crazy? Like you being a native New Yorker, first and foremost, what made you want to be an artist? Because I always ask people that. A lot of time, I see people they get a like I got everybody like because I do music a lot, so people always come to me like, "Yo,
mm,
Chase, I want to be an artist. I want to be a poet. I want to be this." But I'm like, the amount of work that goes into making a record
yeah,
and then putting a record out.
right,
So what made you
exactly.
say out of anything, you could have been a school teacher, you could have been a nurse, you could have been
So,
what made you want to be an artist?
well, it's actually funny because I am first generation here in America. My family's from West Africa, Liberia. So technically, with me being an African, I am supposed to be a doctor, lawyer, surgeon, president, like at the same time
That's
with
why
like
I
the
asked that. Definitely, that's why I
you
asked
feel
that.
me? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I actually grew up wanting to be that,
Mhm.
but music really ended up choosing me. Just like through all of my life experiences, um, music ended up choosing me. Like I found out that I could spit on accident. I used to be the person that used to make beats, and I wasn't even like I went to school for marketing management
Okay.
and theater arts in Pace University. So
Mm.
it wasn't anything like, I wanted to do comedy, make people laugh, but I was always the kid that like, used to be, well, I was always the girl with all my homeboys and stuff. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
because I was like the one person with the Apple laptop, I had
Mhm.
GarageBand. So that's pretty much how that started off because I was the one that
Yeah,
was making
the
beats
good
for my
old day.
homeboys.
That is funny because
Exactly.
that's how you
Yeah.
see all the plaques on the wall. That's how I actually started. I started on GarageBand in high
Okay.
school. Yeah, I
Okay.
definitely
See,
started on
yeah. So
GarageBand.
yeah, like I used to think that I was 10. I used to think that I was Swiss Beats. Like I would really be in there, like just going ahead and making beats, and then like they all used to just freestyle off of my beats and make songs off of my beats. Like we
Yeah.
really thought they was doing something. But then they were like, yo, like for you to be making these beats all day, like you don't got nothing to say. Like, come on, yo. And this is
Yeah.
like for like I want to say like 1 to 2 years where I was just making beats. I wasn't, know what I'm saying? Like, nah, y'all go ahead, y'all the dudes, y'all do your thing.
Yeah.
Um, and and then one day I just got really pissed off
Mm.
and there was like an altercation. And my homeboy, I ended up talking to my homeboy on the phone. He didn't know I was on the phone. And I ended up
Mm.
talking to my homeboy on the phone and he answered the phone freestyling because it was really my other friend's phone. So he's thinking he's talking to his homeboy like
Mm.
bullshitting, you know what I mean? But it's really me. And I answered him back spitting. And everyone was just like, hey yo, bro, never again. Like you're not even you're not leaving the room until you tap into the cipher next time. Like it's not happening. Like you're not just gonna sit here and make beats if you got bars like that underneath it all. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know that I had right. It took that adrenaline, and then after that, it was just like I kept running with it, kept running with it, and then moving to Baltimore, and then also just seeing full 360 is like how the war in Liberia affected all of us still over here, how it's still affecting them back home,
Mm.
and then also just the plight of the black man here
Yeah.
in America, and then how it was amplified in Baltimore is amplified.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I
Like
was just
everywhere,
there. I was
it's
just there
just
in March. I
it's
literally just there in
bad.
March. Yeah, I was just there in March. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Mm.
so with the just with looking at everything, you get very tired of just living on that survival mode. You know what I mean?
Listen,
And
I
a
just
lot of us
can't.
live on survival mode because of that.
Listen, I just came back from my therapist and they like, listen, Mr. Taylor, you don't have to fight us. I'm like, listen, that's all I know is fighting and trying to work my way up. Like, literally, it's funny you say that. I just, like, the doctor literally just told me, he's like, listen, you do not have to keep fighting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a place you don't have to. I'm like, bro, you don't understand. You know what it's like to be a big black man in America, dog? Like, you know what
But
I'm saying?
he's actually right, and it's out. He's very, very right, and it's what
Yeah,
he's actually telling you is actually really funny in regards to. I be big on alignment. Like
yeah,
I'm really big on alignment. This whole entire meeting, how this whole entire thing transpired, even with
yeah.
all back then. Shout out to my jewelers, Why Desire. Shout out to Jazz Diva. Shout out to Casso. All black brands all day. Yes, see what I'm talking about all day, every day, and it's like you're tapped into that.
I
What
am.
he told you, like I'm serious, what he told you literally is the truth on multiple levels.
I know. I know.
Because
I know.
I have like a message for you as well, because
All right. Thank
you
you.
no I'm being very, very serious. So you I remember being connected with you through the Who's Mike showcase.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And right, and they're affiliates. So I had no idea that you even like knew anything about the day summit that was going on, because I figured you were doing your own thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And so yeah, when you had said you went to day summit, I was just like, yo, like I've been trying to get in contact with this, like we've been back and forth, but the whole time I'm literally on my balcony in Baltimore talking to you.
Yeah, that's
Come
crazy.
to you feel me? Then on top of that, I find out that you have a Liberian artist and I'm Liberian, so it's
Yeah.
just like whoa. And
Hold on,
then on top of that,
you want to know something else crazy? You know my real name is Charles Taylor, right?
Charles Taylor.
That's what. Yeah, that's my real name. Yeah.
I was literally talking to people about that, and I was like,
Yeah.
bro, his name is Charles Taylor. Now, this goes back to the question that you asked me: why did you want to make music?
Yeah.
Afrotangé is African music. Like you take all the different African cultures,
Yeah.
and then you mix that, you hybrid that with the sounds of the diaspora. So
Yeah.
I have songs that kind of sound a little bit Hispanic, but it has that African base. And then I'll speak a little bit of Liberian language, like your Kolokwa, and a little bit of Grobo, a little bit of Basa. Like I'll mix it all in so that it's forcing you to have a conversation with that next melanated person beside you. Now, if you know the history of Charles Taylor, he's the one that got the child soldiers. So here's the thing, though. You're the new Charles Taylor, but we're the child soldiers of light, not darkness no more.
I ain't
We're
with all
changing
that.
the trajectory on some dead-ass shit.
Yeah, and I'm actually the third. I'm the third. My grandfather and my grandfather, my father, and me. I'm actually the third. So that's crazy, right?
And you want to hear some wild shit?
Yeah.
So my name is Jus Des. It's a double entendre, like for justice. You feel me? And me seeing all these struggles, that's what made me want to make this music. I got tired because most of the stuff that we listen to
is garbage.
It's back into that same trajectory of
it's garbage. Yeah.
Well, cabbage. Yeah, you know what I mean? But it forces us back into that same cycle of being self-detrimental. So it's just like, yo, like, let's change it. And if we're able to change it, sorry, my other phone is making noise.
No, you good, you good.
If we're able to change that rhetoric, thank you. But if we're able to change that rhetoric, you know, on a better level, we'd be able to connect and then also build. So like, just like how your name is Charles Taylor and he was responsible for the child soldiers and so on and so forth, my name Jus Des, it started off literally because my name is Des Favorite. And I got tired of people fucking it up. Like it's really fucked up. Like for real. Like all the way to
I can only imagine.
Whatever white woman, whatever lady saw my shit, she had to be a Brenda or a Karen. But like she was just like, oh no, this isn't right. I'll fix it. Spell check. These Africans don't know how to spell. It's okay. And I'm like, that's my grandmother whole name. Like, what is you doing? Fuck my shit up.
Yeah, they want you to assimilate. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. So whenever people would see, I'm like, yo, like, don't even worry about the rest of my name. I don't got time for you to trash the rest of my name. It's been happening since I popped out. So like, just call me Jus Des. Like for short, Jus Des.
Gotcha.
But then when I started doing the music, the type of music that I was making was literally serving justice.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, my name, Des Favorite, means children are your blessing. Do you see the alignment in all of this? Oh, and my initials are DAD.
Oh wow, dope. Nah, that's fire. And you know one thing about you, like you're very on it, right? So you have a lot of people in this business. You could tell, like it's very hard to have a conversation about, especially about business and marketing, because the world today is so ass backwards that people don't even know how to do good business anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
even like my day job right now, I'm going through it because I'm like, I'm always clashing because I'm like, yo, this is the opposite of how you're supposed to run. This is the polar opposite of how you're supposed to run a business. And one thing I want to ask you too, this is a very important question I have for you, right? Because you're first generation American from your country, right? Now, I mean, for your country. Now, the continent of Africa, right? A lot of African Americans are just ignorant as hell. They don't read. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a lot of systemic racism as well too. But whatever the case may be, we're gonna change that. But what are some misconceptions that Americans have about Africa? Like, because I know Africa is not a poor country at all. I know that for a fact. It's not a poor country at all. So what's one? Give me two. So we be here all day.
Actually, I'll do you one better. I'll give you the misconceptions that I had. Oh shit. This is how African I am.
You good.
My alarm is literally African music.
You
one
good.
of the best songs ever. Alright, but anyway. So, I'll give you some of my own.
Yeah.
So, as far as going to Africa, I used to be nervous, like when they'd be like, "Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta take you back home, this and that, blah blah." And I'm like, "All right, yo, like that's cool, but like, is somebody gonna kidnap me and then like take me to the bush?" And like that's and like that's like one of the misconceptions, because it's just like, yo, like nah, like that's just like out here, like they gotta be looking for you in order to take you to the bush. But also another misconception is don't bust the wrong left. Because like people also have another misconception that we're like pretty much all high, happy, hunky dory ever since they've watched Black Panther, forgetting that the Jabaris are in the mountain and 95% of us are like them.
Got you. Okay. Got you.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, we really not for the shits.
Gotcha.
Another misconception is that a lot of us have like preferences. That's actually been asked of me like a couple, which I mean, I respect it and I do appreciate that people do ask, because it's just like, oh, okay, well, people are being cognizant. But like they'll be like, oh, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like, do you not eat pork? And it's like, oh, why would you ask me? And they're like, oh, we know that you're African. I'm like, yeah, but bro, I'm African.
Yeah.
My country's GDP is in the ground. We don't have no options to be complaining about what we eating. We starving, boy. Give me everything.
Copy.
I'm not about to be picky in here.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm not being picky.
Yeah, and I was gonna ask you too. I seen to add on to that question. I seen in your body like the diaspora, you know, in like versus the continental Africans. Like, explain that a little bit more, because I'm so in my own world, so sometimes I don't want to be ignorant to something. So what's like the difference between the diaspora if it sounds what I think it is, it's like Africans that migrated and came there and Africans that are already there. So is that what that's about?
Well, it's like, I mean, this is like layers, because like if you were to, I was born here, in Staten Island. I was born in Park Hill. Okay. But if you were to ask my mom, or not even ask my mom, try to tell my mom, like, oh yeah, you know, your daughter, because all right, what we call, what you would say an African American, we call them Black Americans.
Okay.
Because, and then the thing is, it's weird because Black Americans get upset about that, but it's just like, I don't think you really understand that that's a term of empowerment, because we're putting you on the same level as a Caucasian. We recognize that you built this country. You are a Black American. Don't let nobody tell you that this ain't your fucking home, my nigga. You built this shit. Stop letting people take your power.
Oh, I know.
You feel me? There. So like when we say Black American, they be like, oh, well, like you like, yo, no, what do you mean? We giving you props. It's kind of like when you say nigga and people be like, oh, well, Nigger versus Nigga. Fuck the both of them. It's really Negus.
Yeah, it's us. Yeah, it's us. Yeah, I agree with that, because you know, a lot of times Black people, and I know you come from the same mindset that I have, especially in the music business. Any business now is so racist, but the music business is very racist, and they try to assimilate. They try to make people. That's one thing is why I started. Like, people ask me all the time. I'm like, I don't want to be on Hot 97. I don't want to be on these, because they will change you. I've seen them do it. They change you, so They make you play white sounding music. Even the black music today. Like I produce a record and somebody called it 90 sounding because it's so good quality. I'm like, no, you're so used to white sounding music. It sounds like white people made it. It sounds white sounding. So do you feel like
even with rappers, there's no such thing as a rapper no more. Half of these people that are saying that they're rappers, they're not rappers. You're a singer. You are a singer.
You're a singer.
The minute that you start, you're singing. Like that, I don't like most of the females in the game are the rappers.
Yep. And
it was just really spitting the heavy bars.
Yeah, and it's crazy because but the question I was asking more or less too, when you go back to Africa, right? Do you feel like it's easier to?
I've never been there.
Oh, you never been there? Oh, wow. Okay. Do you feel like
my name? I told you, some white woman decided that my name wasn't spelled right. She tried to fucking spell check my shit, and now they trying to say that I'm the black version of Salt.
Oh wow, okay, that's different.
Yeah, you feel me? Because I'm correct on social, and then I gotta get my birth certificate fixed.
Oh, so you gotta get your passport. Yeah, you gotta get your passport.
Right, so they're like, you're two people, and I'm just like, well, we're in the process of getting that done, but it's just like, yo, I kind of want to sue the United States of America because I shouldn't even have to go through this shit.
Definitely, I agree with that, Queen. And well, one of the things I want to know too, even like coming from, like I said, your parents are Liberian, and Liberian is also known because is that what it like that's not the blood diamonds, right? The diamonds, right?
Okay, yes, blood diamonds, yes. I thought you were about to say something else.
Oh no, the diamonds. I was gonna ask the diamonds and stuff like that.
That's the biggest misconception where I thought you was gonna say.
Okay.
Where people be like, oh my God, you Liberian, and I'm like, yeah, and they be like, also like you know what I'm saying, because it was founded by free slaves. I'd be like, oh my God, yes. Just like how America, Christopher Columbus was the first motherfucker to stuck here.
Yeah. No, and because a lot of times
somebody wasn't there before.
Same with America. New Yorkers think that they can't live nowhere else besides New York because they think no other place exists on earth. New Yorkers is the same way.
See, that's different. That's different. As a New Yorker that lives somewhere else, I will tell you.
What's up?
We are a very acclimated taste. That's what our problem. I don't want to say it's a problem, but that's just what it is with us as New Yorkers. We are an acclimated taste. So you know how they say if you can live in New York, you can live anywhere?
Yeah.
That is almost true, but we get so frustrated in other environments that we end up coming right back home. Like me, please let me find a way.
But you know what it is? Baltimore, because Baltimore is so poverty stricken. Like the black poverty in Baltimore is different. Like, and that's the thing too. Like even me, because I travel a lot. So in New York, you don't have no black middle class. New York is, I hate to say this, and I don't even admit it, but New York is probably the only place with a black middle class. Everywhere else is like legitimately white and rich black people or poor black people. There's no black middle class anywhere else. So that's the thing. Like, I noticed that.
Atlanta, no, because there's a lot.
And now it's getting bad now. It's somewhat. It's not as it was before. It's getting bad now though because they actually gentrifying that now too because they heard about all the land of milk and honey. Yeah.
Well, because I was about to say, because like I'm a part of a really big platform or community out there. And just as hard as they're trying to do that to us, we're fighting back.
Yeah, they definitely do. I respect. We're
organizing. Yeah,
in Atlanta,
I mean, honestly speaking, if I'm not living in New York, I want to live in Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta's beautiful.
If I'm not living in New York or Atlanta, just send me back to Africa. I'll go back home.
Word.
I will stay there. It's okay.
Word. Now, I want to ask you one thing. On a positive note, what's your favorite thing about being an artist? Because my platform is definitely dedicated to, and I get a lot of listeners and people like new things. People like new artists, that breath of fresh air. What's one thing that you enjoy about being an artist? Because sometimes being behind the scenes, I'm a recluse too. Like I'm an introvert as hell. Like you see me, I'm in my studio, I'm always here. So but you have to get out there. What's one of your favorite things? Because I could kind of tell you're an introvert too. What's your favorite thing about performing that you enjoy?
When I'm performing, honestly, it's because again, this music thing really is purpose. Like I was in an office for travel insurance, and then purpose was just like, oh, well, you need to travel in the right direction. So we're just going to shut down the world. This way you can sit your ass down and do what you need to do. And I actually went on my first tour, so on and so forth. So it's like, music became it. Like, this is it now. And my favorite part, honestly, is serving purpose. and being able to get that message across, because this is not, I'm really just Des, I'm just me. This is really about all of us. So for people to be able to actually like receive that message, like I had a performance in Philly not that long ago at Bucks Rack City, and it's a strip club.
Yeah,
it's a dope ass strip club, and I literally had everyone in there singing my very, 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 very first Afrotangé single,
and they loved it.
or like
they
the
loved
first song
it.
that I ever, and they look. But the thing is though, the song itself, like you would never think that I would have a strip club singing that shit, like because the hook is like, give my people something to march to, yo. I said, you better give my people something to march to. Now, why? Because we're out here trying to save all our youth now. So you better give my people something to march to now. And I got the strip club. What?
But
you
listen,
feel me? Like, yo, we just went to church.
People hunger. You know, one thing you like, I don't like as a I've been DJing a long time, and I DJed a lot of showcases and a lot of performances. One thing that artists have, like now, they don't understand the value of storytelling. They don't value the art, the truth. Nothing like a good somebody. Like you ever go to church? I don't know if you go to church, but if you ever go to church or a sermon or somebody just preaching truth to you, or somebody just talking to you,
it's me.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. But
that's what happens.
But you understand,
but you get
you're true, and you get that. Somebody speaking the word, just speaking like if you read a good thought from a book like Elijah Muhammad, Message to the Black Man, you know what I'm saying, How to Eat to Live. If you listening to a truth,
what if God were one of us? That's my favorite.
There you go. You understand where I'm coming from. So
what if God were one of us?
So you understand the truth. People love the truth. It don't matter if it's at a strip club or on a train or a street, somebody's gonna love the truth. You know what I'm saying? And never give that up.
That's not true. That's not true.
Now people do.
Is what they say, like, the truth is a hard pill to swallow. I've been in environments where they were like, hey, yo, like we're so lower vibrational, we're not even trying to receive this shit right now.
You got some low people, but trust me, I've learned enough in this music business to know that it'll always definitely come back around. That's the point of what I was trying to make. I was trying to say, like, don't give that up. Don't give that up. Don't feel like, you know what, I'm not making it, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. And one of the reasons why we're here, we could do this all day. We're gonna do this again because I quietly enjoy talking to you. So the single Shango.
Yeah, you're awesome, man.
Nah, I try. I've been doing this a minute. The single Shango, right? First and foremost, I gotta ask my producers. Who produced Shango?
Y'all not even ready for this cat. His name is Kem Beats, bro. Let me tell you about this man. He's a college student.
Wow. Okay.
So you haven't even seen him in full formation yet.
Yeah.
So, and this is goes back to like why I love being an artist as well. It's always a learning experience, and then also knowing that I'm sitting on some shit that's about to fuck up the game.
Yeah.
And everything is brand new. So like he's a college student, so he's still learning. This Afrotangé, we're going across the entire continent, so we're learning about other cultures as well. It's a learning experience for me as well.
Yeah.
That Kem, he goes all the way down to sound healing, so on and so forth. We go into the culture, like it gets serious. It gets real. We go into frequencies, like Kem Beats is a monster.
Yeah.
He and so the both of us, we sit down and we really sit down and talk and collab on these beats. Like, look, I want a beat that sounds like this. We're going here, we're going here, we're going here. So like I started off by myself in West. And I ended up finding him. I found him through his dad, which was my Uber driver. I played his dad one of my songs. Right. I played his dad one of my songs, and he was like, yo, do you know Told Me Anigwe? And I'm like, bro, I only listen to African music. You heard my alarm clock. I don't listen to anything else. You feel me? Besides that, because I'm very sensitive to frequencies and vibrations. So I can't listen to certain shit. It's going to make me pissed off. Like, it's going to make me cry. I get emotional. You feel me?
Yeah. I gotta sing you my album too while I think about it. The album I put out last year, you're gonna like it. You're gonna enjoy it. No cursing on it. It's totally clean. Yeah, totally clean.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'm getting better at. Is like and I do have a lot of songs too, where it's like because we have to cater to the children, because this is especially for them as well. Like there's an art house cinema that we have in Liberia that we need to cater to, so we need to be clean to make sure that we're getting down to the youth. So, but with him, he was like, his father, he was like, he was like, my son, he's in college. He loves African culture because the kid's born here, like, but not born here like me, first generation, or like, oh, my auntie them, my uncle them, like, oh, like, bro is straight from here, like, you know what I'm saying? But he's very, very Afrocentric. He knows, like, he does all his studying, so on and so forth. He actually does sound healings for people, so on and so forth. So he put me onto his son. He's like, yo, just check him out if you like him or whatever. And then he played one of his tracks. It's the Uber driver, so this is how serious alignment goes. I was like, bro, I need his information right now, and right now, that's who you listening to. Like, that's really like I was like, yo, we attached at the hip right now because we literally about to do something new. And that's when we started cultivating this sound. Like, listen, I want you to make me beats where we're gonna take this West African beat, and I want you to marry it to this hip hop beat. Take this beat right here, marry it to a drill beat. And then we've just been going across the entire continent. So like we just got done with Down South. He's kind of addicted to Down South because like everyone is starting to get on that new I'm a piano wave, the Ngom wave. But we've been doing this shit 2 years ago. Like y'all niggas is late. You feel me? Type of shit. So it's just like, all right, cool. So, but that let us know that we're on the right path. So I'm saying it right here. You know that it's gonna be on all platforms, so on and so forth. Y'all see this podcast. Don't even try to bite off my shit. It's copywritten. I'm just letting y'all know right now. Don't fuck yourself up. Charles Taylor that I got right here. See this man right here?
Yeah.
That's my boss. That's my new boss. Don't play with the tribe.
Nah, we partners. Right? We partners. I ain't know we partners. We partners.
All right, well, we partners. You see this guy? We partners.
Partners.
This is alignment. So don't play with it. So what we doing? We're going up north.
There you go. So Queen, let me ask you this question. Right. So now with Shango's a dope record. Do you now you because I don't want it to cut off real quick. So you know what I'm saying, I don't want to give too much. We're gonna do this again. Now one of my final questions for you is
surprises for people too. Yeah.
And I always ask this question too. Like, what do you want to be like, independent or signed? And what I mean by that is signed is like, okay, because there's different variations.
No, I want to be independent.
Fully independent. You want to be fully independent.
Well, see, because of what we have, I have a brand that's actually going to be turning into a network. It's called What? WATT. So like in the back of my songs, you'll hear me say it like as an ad-lib where I'm like, whoa. And it's WATT. Oh, sorry, WATT. We are the tribe. Then it's going to actually end up being a full network because due to the fact that Afrotangé is a genre, there's obviously going to be other people that are going to be doing the same thing. Gotcha. And then during the uprising, you know, that's why I'm doing all the black brands, and it's just like, well, why not bring everything together? So it's going to be a full network. So it's going to end up having a label underneath it where we're literally like, yeah. So I got to say independent because we had to be able to move around freely. And when you're not independent, you end up having to do all these checks and balances, and then it ends up blocking your blessings. I don't got time for that shit. I don't have time for that. We are literally building our own, so we can't be running into somebody else's table.
There you go. Jus Des, thank you so much. This is the first of many because you're a very interesting artist and you have a lot to say. And I know you don't want to hold that in no more. So you got a platform now that you can say what you want to say. No one tells me, yo, Chase, we got a censor. No one tells me nothing except TikTok. They black. I don't know how TikTok took off my we'll get into that another time, but TikTok gave me a violation on the clip for a podcast, but you know how that go. The man don't let you live. But we got around that.
On IG for protesting.
Yeah, you know how that goes. So at the end of the day, we do our own. We build our own. Jus Des, thank you so much. I know you got the show on the 14th coming. Anything else coming?
Chase.
Not a problem. I told you I was gonna hook you up. Anything you want to plug, promote what you got going on? We signing off.
As of right now, just everybody stream Shango. Make sure you tap it in. If you on IG, follow my IG DASJUSDES, and my YouTube is on there as well. We got way more stuff coming for you. Listen, just tap in, yo. Stay plugged in with him. You're gonna find me. It's Just Des. What's up?
Word. I'm going on heavy promo next week, so this is the first taste of it. So we're gonna get some playlisting. We're gonna get some blogs. We're gonna get some email and a black owned. I'm trying to teach people how important it is to have our own. Like, we don't have to ask nobody, kiss no white man's ass. We ain't gotta do none of that. You know what I'm saying? So
you got the right one. We about to teach everybody because this is the purpose of why we're literally here.
There you go.
You said we could do this all day, but I know you're busy.
No. It's sign offs. All right, copy. There we go. Let's do the sign offs. Like I said, man, it's DJ Chase, the host of the Pregame Party Miss podcast on 18 podcast networks. You know how hard it is to get on 18 full legitimate podcast networks. Going for more Monday nights, Dynasty Radio, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Coffee Go Radio, my girl Jus Des, Queen. Yeah, I definitely am.
Killing Spotify, yo.
I definitely am.
Tap into him, yo. Stay tapped in.
I'm definitely a Spotify kid. Yeah. Copy. Just Des. Thank you so much, Queen. Thank you.
And everybody, make sure you congratulate this man because he just graduated from Tisch. Okay,
yes,
I auditioned.
You know about it. You know about it.
I know about it. So him graduating, make sure you giving this man all the roses and stay tapped in. I'm telling you, yo, we got a lot planned for y'all.
Thank you, man. It's DJ Chase, the pregame party miss podcast. Yeah.
All right.
Just thank you. Thank you, Mama. I'm gonna hit you on the gram. I'm gonna call you probably later. Have a good studio session too. And then, like I said, we got this done.
Thank you.
So this will be out not next week, middle of next week, because I got an interview before this. And then, but I'm gonna do the playlist and stuff like that, the email blast and everything for the single. So the email blast will be done, and then that podcast will come out after the email blast. So I have a
we working.
Copy. Yes, man. So do me a favor. Film some of your like when you're in the studio. Make sure you film that and post that. That's one of the things I'm gonna tell you. Like post all the.
You know they be getting anal about it, and it's because I think that they make them see me.
Make them do it.
Nah, this is too exclusive, yo. You can't.
You need that. People take it from me. You need that as a marketing person. You understand what I'm saying to you, so you know.
Yeah.
You need that.
Yeah. But they just don't copyright shit.
Nah, don't worry about that. Ain't nobody gonna steal music. So, like I said, just Des. Have a good session, Mama.
All right, thanks, bro. Yo, stay up.
Queen. DJ Chase TV.
It's official. Come on. Locked in with DJ Chase on the Pregame Party Mix Podcast.